What's up, guys? AJ here with another Fat Guy car review. I appreciate all the positive feedback from the last video. So the next car we're going to be doing today is a McLaren 570 Spyder. Today we're going to be basically doing my likes, dislikes, and fitment on pretty much this car and how I fit in there, and also realistic driving impressions and everything like that. And so the last video in the comments I saw about my weight, my height, so I figured I'd brush over on that. Basically, I'm 5'11", 350 pounds. Basically, a good reference would be a D-tackle, prototype D-tackle for college or something like that. And pretty much, we're just gonna go over the car. As you can see, guys, law enforcement just drove away. We had to actually park here in this public park, and we had to switch locations. But we're gonna keep on going, and we're gonna do the outside of this car. As you can see, the greatest part about the 570 Spyder is gonna be these billionaire doors. Good thing about the McLaren is you get the billionaire doors, but you don't get the Aventador price. And also, you get a more up-to-date car. All right, so first we're gonna go to the front here. This, as you can see, it's a more aggressive look than the original models of the 650 MP4, which is a more round shape. You got a more aggressive front end. Also, the headlights are really, really nice. I like the little accents they put in there. It looks really, really mean when you're driving on the strip at night.
Yeah, it looks aggressive, huh?
Yep.
Definitely.
So we're gonna get to it and get into the car and get into the fitment and the drive of the car. Let's get to it.
Well, before we get into that,
Yep.
So a little backstory. We are at Calico Basin by Red Rock, which is a really cool little area where you can park, take some nice pictures. It's about a 40-minute drive from the office.
Yep.
And like I said, makes for some really great content out here.
Oh, yeah.
But bring some water because it is hot.
It is toasty.
As you can see.
Sweating my ass off right now.
Out right now.
All right, guys. First and foremost, the only difficulty that I see first off is with the billionaire doors. You get this big thing that is kind of annoying when you first get in. So I'm gonna attempt to get in right now. Always remember the fat guy knee swoop. And then first impressions, it's pretty good.
Now you already have the seat moved for your liking, right?
Oh yeah, I always have the seat all the way back. The buttons are in a really weird, annoying spot. They have it in the bottom right corner, and you kind of just have to play around with the buttons, and you really don't know where you're going. And it's very difficult to show customers. So McLaren, get better. You gotta fix these button placements. I don't know, understand it. Maybe because it's on the right hand side. I don't know.
How do you feel in terms of like where the steering wheel sits?
Steering wheel is okay. The only thing I don't like is that where you put your feet are very narrow, and if you have big feet like I do, I have a size 13. Your feet are kind of squished together, and that pushes your knees out. And then they also have this infotainment center that's basically extended, and it's just driving into your knee the whole time. It's kind of annoying. I wish they would maybe cut it off there. That might be better. But overall, I mean, you'll enjoy the car. It's comfortable as far as cushioning and all that. Side plates don't drive into your sides like the Huracan does.
So initial fitment when you sit in, if you were to rate it 1 through 10, what would you give it?
I'd give it probably a 7.
So on the fat guy scale, it's a 7?
A 7. You're gonna be comfortable. Only issue is your knees. If you do have bigger thighs, I can see the steering wheel being an issue because it does. This is as high as it goes, and you can see I have some big ass thighs, and I have like maybe a little ½ inch room. But other than that, it's pretty comfy. This car is no joke. It is hot.
It's probably a good 105 degrees here right now. And
Yeah.
as you can see, ambulance in the middle of the desert means only one thing.
Heat stroke. It is not something to play around with. In Vegas, if you ever rent a car from us, you definitely, we give you a complimentary water. Don't be afraid, grab a couple more because we want you to be hydrated. You don't want to just pass out and, you know, die in the desert. That'd probably be the worst thing ever.
Right.
All right. But to go over some quick specs, we're going to go over, we're not going to bore you to death. This has a 3.8 twin turbo V8. This is equipped, obviously by the name, 570, has 570 horsepower. And this has 442 foot-pounds of torque. And before I almost crashed the car right there, I just had to pause a little bit.
Give us a good little pull right here.
All right, guys. First and foremost, you got to hit the activate button.
Go right.
Right. Woo! This car is light and nimble. I mean, compared to the amateur Mario, left his window down. Compared to the Lamborghini Huracan, I mean, this car feels super, super light. You can tell that they really designed it to be light and nimble and light on the ass for sure. This car sounds amazing. A lot of people hate on the twin turbos for some reason when they love the naturally aspirated. I think the McLaren sound great. You just have to get an exhaust. I mean, and good thing we sell ripped exhaust, so you can get the best sounding exhaust on the car. And we actually equip them on most of the cars that we have, so you can experience that before you purchase it. Now, I know a lot of people don't have McLarens, but if you do have a McLaren and you do not like the sound, we can upgrade that for you.
Okay, so after you're driving it in here for a little bit, how does the seat feel after you've been driving for a little bit of time?
I mean, as of right now, once you're focused in and driving, the knee thing is not really an issue. My knee's lifting up a little bit because obviously I push on the gas more. The seat is comfortable. I mean, I don't have any back pain like other cars, but this car, I mean, as far as lumbar support and everything, this is a very, very comfortable car for a supercar experience. Obviously, headroom, you definitely want to have the top down, but for filming purposes, we have to have the top down so you can hear me when I'm talking. But other than that, I mean, have the top down, have the nice breeze going, you're gonna enjoy this car. What I really like about the interior of the car is McLaren does a really, really good job with their carbon fiber accents. Everywhere in the car, you see carbon fiber everywhere. Of course, royalty fashion, we do the best for you guys and we get you the carbon fiber everywhere. As you can see, it is everywhere. And the other thing that as past videos, you know, I love Bluetoothing my phone and I love listening to the engine of the car, but I do love listening to my own music. And the good thing about this one, it has the Bowers and Wilkins upgrade, so it's gonna have great sound. So if you want a car that is gonna be fun to drive, but then you also want to listen to your own tunes when you're out on the road, which I do like, this is gonna be one of your best bets for sure. So I love the upgrade that these speakers sound pretty good. I mean, the wind does affect it a little bit, but other than that, it sounds, you know, adequate compared to all the other supercars.
Can I add into that?
Yeah.
So what my favorite part about the 570 Spyder is right here, this little button right here. So this actually controls what?
Oh, I forgot to mention the back window. So if you do think you're not hearing the engine enough, good thing about when it's a convertible top, they have this back window you can pull down and you can hear the engine noise if you don't want to get your head baked on the sun. If you're tired of having the convertible top and you still want to hear the engine noise, you can just roll down this little back window with this button here and you're good to go, and you'll be able to hear all the engine sound for all the videos.
Let's hear it, bro. Wow. It has some pretty good pull, huh?
Oh yeah.
The best way I would describe a McLaren is it's very aerodynamic.
Oh yeah,
It's light on its feet.
When you think of McLaren, definitely you should think aerodynamic. That is what they hone in on. I mean, I think they should maybe on the electronics, maybe McLaren maybe fix that, because I mean, we've had about 20 McLarens and we've always had issue with the electronics. So that is probably maybe like if you own the McLaren, that's gonna be a problem. But as far as renting, overall, you're gonna enjoy the car. This is a very good renter car. For owning the car, maybe there's some better options. But overall, you're gonna love this car. I mean, it does have the nice suede steering wheel. It's new, so it's not all grody and nasty like that. We got Darren for that. And the only thing that I think that's super weird about the inside is I get a lot of questions is this big old speaker. I mean, how old foot fashion do you have to get for a Bluetooth speaker? I mean, that's literally what you talk into. I mean, that looks like we're recording you. I get that question all the time. That is not a recording device. That is McLaren's recording device. So they might be recording you. I don't know. Guys, this is the end of the 570 Fat Guy car review, and to go over some points of the car, the fitment overall is going to be good. I mean, I do think that the toe box is a little narrow, and I think they should probably work on that. If you're 6'3" or above, I would definitely do not recommend renting this car. Maybe go with the 720 488 or maybe even the Aventador. It has a little bit more leg room. If you're like me, you're like 5'11", 6 foot, and you have longer legs. I have a short torso but long legs. You're gonna not like this car because your legs are pushed in and your legs flap out a little bit. So overall, this car though, I would still give it on the Fat Guy car review range mode. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 because overall it's comfortable. You'll get through it, and when you're focusing driving on the road, it's comfy for that time being. All right, guys, this concludes the episode. If you can comment which car we should do next, and we'll do it for you, because this is all about for you guys and how you guys fit in these cars, because that's all that matters is you guys. So if you can and comment which car we should do next, we'll go from there.